Well, thank you very much. I'm going to be brief. I can see that Matthew may have a touch of jet lag there. I'm very quickly going to say something about some of the themes that have really struck me today before thanking everybody. So you'll know when the end's in sight there. What a rich day. It's been most interesting, I think. There have been a number of extremely compelling debates. I work at Coventry University, and every day I look at the great cathedral, the ruins with the new cathedral side onto them. That is the beating heart of Coventry, which is a place which was partially destroyed by the Luftwaffe in the Second World War, and then rather more effectively damaged by the planners immediately after it. But it has made its knocks and beatings part of its heritage, and it is extremely evident and vital to record, I think, that what was said earlier about cultural heritage, meaning people's memories, and therefore being an incredibly important part of their identities, is absolutely central to this theme. And that means two things, it seems to me. Firstly, that we do need to focus on people in working with archaeological heritage, and that came out in all sorts of ways today, I think, both in the Middle East and the different approaches to working with people in Iraq and in Syria. The crowdsourcing was something which came up frequently in what John was saying, and also here in the working with metal detectors, working with people rather than against them, and of course in the amnesty that was offered to people to bring things back to the Iraq Museum. So cooperation seems to me to be a key theme of today. Another key theme seems to be the enormous potential of the digital. Again, that was something that came up again and again from the first paper, the digital archive, storing up information towards potentially some kind of reconstruction, not just the reconstruction which you can achieve through digital printing, and my goodness, what an amazing thing that is, but also economic reconstruction, the economic reconstruction which might ultimately be helped by cultural tourism down the line. The whole question of the importance of having something for people to look at, not just people who are coming from hundreds and thousands of miles away, but local people to look at and see, and set up souvenir shops next to. That was an encouraging sight. That is also something which came out again from the database for the Portable Antiquities Scheme. Again, an enormous resource, and these are all ways in which I think 21st century technology can come to the aid of the past. It was also important to me, anyway, to remember that treasures come in all shapes and sizes. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. These wonderful clay tablets, which actually, to me, are physically very beautiful as well. They don't need to be made of gold, although the gold stuff's pretty good too. They're another kind of treasure. And that leads me neatly back to our other ways of preserving ancient treasures. We've got one upstairs. It's called a library. So I will repeat Tim's plea from the morning, or perhaps to remind you, let's say, that we are desperately trying to keep the treasures upstairs in tip-top condition. However, when your checkbook is open and you've given the Hellenic and Roman Library some cash, I wonder if you might also consider another form of treasure and a way in which you might secure the future of some other antiquities around the world. Antiquities are nothing if they're not interpreted and admired and studied and loved. And the people, many of the people who do this, not all of the people who do it, but many of them are academics. So if you are in generous mode, please consider donating to the Council for At-Risk Academics. You look up CARA on the internet, and once you've waded through Carla Delevingne and a few other CARAs, you end up with the white CARA, the organisation that brought Einstein and many others over during the war. It's a very good cause. The website has a lot of very interesting stories on it. Obviously, they've been very active in the countries we've been talking about today, but sadly there are many other countries around the world where the same thing could happen. And they will always also need academics to help reconstruct their cultural heritage. Well, today's going to be preserved for the future. I think it was a treasure myself. I really enjoyed it. Actually, on the two societies who both have a YouTube channel, so they're going to be on both. It's going to be on both of those. And finally, I should thank everyone. Firstly, the speakers and the chairs. Secondly, everyone involved in organising it, particularly Fiona. Where's Fiona? Fiona is at the back and deserves a round of applause, I think. And also Philip Kay, who's expertly chaired the last final session. It was a very difficult meeting to chair because there's so many people in such a large room, and has also been extremely helpful in organising things. I'd like to also thank our filmers and camera work people, and especially the microphone lady who has got a lot of exercise today. And finally, thank you all for coming. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll consider coming to more Hellenic and Roman Society events in the future. Thank you very much indeed.